I miss DVDs. And you should too. Digital video discs. Yeah, I had to Google that, but not for the reasons that you may think. You see, whenever people talk about DVDs online, it's usually in reference to solving some sort of problem that streaming services have. Aw man, VeggieTales in the City is no longer on Netflix. Now I can't watch it. If only I had a DVD, I could watch it whenever I wanted. Or very recently, man, Tron Legacy is on Disney Plus, but not in 4K. How am I gonna watch it? If only I had a 4K DVD, I could watch it in 4K right now. That's me. That was my problem a few months ago. Listen, great points. Great points. But there are so many other things about DVDs that I do miss, that I don't think we talk about enough, that society has just kind of forgotten about, or at least don't chat about. So today I want to discuss those things with you. Why DVDs were special, why they still are special, and why I think that even if you're only slightly into movies, you should still give DVDs a try. So get in your coziest position, a cup of coffee if you have it, and let's talk about DVDs again. I have more DVDs than just Attack of the Clones. Okay, I don't even know why I have this. The best place to start this conversation is at the absolute surface level. Why bother purchasing this physical box? Well, obviously something that a streaming service can't do is let you interact with it. You can hold a DVD in your hands, turn it over, focus on different parts of it. Feel the gloss of the text. If you're really lucky, you might get a uniquely drawn poster for the DVD. It may not be fancy or elegant, sure, but it's art, and art is meant to be admired nonetheless. Grab a DVD, flip it over to the back. Instantly, in one collective place, you have images from the film, a brief synopsis to get you interested. Let's say you don't know what to watch one night. You have two options. Option A, you log onto your streaming service, you click and scroll and click some more until you eventually land on a film that looks familiar, and you watch the brief trailer shown to you and you click play. Option B is you go to your video store or your friend's shelf, you run your fingers along the spines of the cases at your eye level. You pull one out that catches your eye as if it was like a random book in the library, and you do exactly what we just talked about. You look at the cover art, you turn it over, you see the screenshots of the film, the synopsis, the runtime, and you instantly have a nice snapshot on the back of this box about the film inside. There are way too many times that I fall into the same trap. I find myself scrolling through Netflix, letting an algorithm tell me what I want to watch next. It's convenient, no doubt about it, but it's missing something critical, something that ties the movie watching experience together: intention. Scrolling towards a film on Netflix works for sure, but it's more just like, oh, I guess I'll watch this. It's not intentional. It's like scrolling through TikTok and just like landing on something that looks funny for a brief period. I do not remember half of the movies that I watch on Netflix for that very reason. Because that's the exact problem. It feels like mindlessly scrolling for content, so I mindlessly absorb it as well. But grabbing a box, picking it up, putting it down, interacting with it, putting it down, grabbing another. How did this get back here? It's a much more mindful way of choosing a movie to watch, and therefore a more mindful watch of that movie, a more intentional watch. Let's say you just watched a movie that you loved. You loved it so much that you think to yourself, man, I really wish I had more of it. Like, I wish it didn't end. I wish there were more scenes for me to watch. Or I just want to learn how they made that, how they filmed that one shot. I just want to interact with this film further. Sure, Disney Plus will occasionally release some sort of like how WandaVision was made or something, and that's good. But nearly every film has extra content, extra ways to interact with that movie, all stored on a DVD. Take this Knives Out box, for example. Let's just say I watched Knives Out for the first time on streaming. I loved it. I wanted more of it. So what do? I grab this DVD and I immediately see more of it. It has deleted scenes, for example, quite literally more movie. It tells me that I can watch parts of the film with audio commentary from the writer and director to learn more about the behind the scenes construction of the film, why certain creative decisions were made.
This originally landed in the back half of the movie where you kind of just want to be hitting the gas.
Hell, if you remember DVDs at the height of their power, they even had more ways to interact with them. I still recall the Far, Far Away Idol interactive minigame from the Shrek 2 DVD where you judged musical performances by the Gingerbread Man with Simon Cowell for some reason.
You at home get to vote along with our judges. Shrek, Fiona, and Simon.
If I was looking to hire a rug, I would hire you tomorrow.
We can see clearly now, the rain has gone.
Hideous.
No, honey, honey.
I know a lot of people who pay not to hear you.
Or the Madagascar 2 DVD that let you be a dentist for some reason on Alex the Lion. You had to like choose a tooth or something and a worm would pop out. I don't remember. Can you tell when I started watching DVDs? Look, that stuff isn't for everyone, okay? But I do hear people say the phrase, well, I already watched the movie, why do I need a DVD for it? Fair point. But if you do find yourself like me, wanting more of a film, wanting to chew on it a bit longer than what its runtime allows, you can find that on a DVD, all in this box. Behind the scenes footage, commentaries, artworks, and a Lion Dentist simulator from time to time. I want you to picture something for me. Someone comes over to your place and they see that you have a few DVDs on your shelf. Maybe it's your whole collection. Maybe it's just a select few that you've purchased. Similar to what I said earlier, this now looks like your own little library. That person who just stumbled across your DVD immediately gets an impression of you, your tastes, your personality, based on what you watch. The same thing applies for books or just artwork, right? I can go to my friend's place and see a DVD on the shelf and say, dude, what? Can't grab it. I can say, dude, you like The Last Samurai? I loved that movie when I saw it. And then we have a conversation about it. That person can say, oh man, he doesn't just like Star Wars, he likes Star Wars with digitally THX mastered superior sound quality Star Wars. Attack of the Clones. It's not mine, it's my friend's. DVDs are your interests, your personality on display in physical form. Recently, my brother was looking at my collection and was like, you know what? I still haven't seen the movie Animal House. Is it any good? I can then do something insane. I grab the film off of the shelf, I hand it to him, and then I say, here, I think you'll like this. He then does all that interaction stuff we said earlier, and he can go enjoy a movie that I'm sharing with him. I'd show you the DVD, but my brother still has it. So Jacob, if you're watching this, give it back. Handing a box to someone and saying, here, I think you'll like this, evokes a completely different feeling, a completely different connection than saying something like, oh yeah, I heard that movie was good. I think it's on Netflix. And let's say you do have that DVD shelf and you don't loan it to anyone or no one loans anything to you. You can still walk past those DVDs from time to time and say, man, I did love that movie. Or open your DVD closet and just be like, what do I want to watch? They aren't just your movies, but they are your movies. Like, these are mine because I love these films. And sometimes they truly are a part of you. And it'd be a shame that if your favorite movie growing up was, instead of something that you can physically hold or put on display or share with someone, is just stored on a streaming app instead and may not even be there in a year. All right, here's the struggle about making a video like this. I don't want to come across as out of touch. I will absolutely admit that streaming is so beneficial. It absolutely has its place. Hell, I still use it. I don't want them to take my movie theaters away, but I still use it. And it's as big as it is for a reason. Being able to just get home after a long day and turn something on, or have an algorithm know you and recommend you stuff based off what you liked before. There's a value to that, and we shouldn't pretend that that value isn't there. But I do think that we have forgotten in this streaming landscape what DVDs were able to do for us, or just physical media in general. And I know it's harder to get into them, right? It's harder than just turning on Netflix. But if you're interested at all, start small. DVD players go for like $30, and you can find some of these DVDs for like $5. Sure, down the line, you can get into 4K and steelbooks, yada, 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 spend some more money. But no one says that you have to do that. The best part about DVDs is that you get to enjoy 99% of their benefits no matter the price range you're operating in. So my advice to you is to just try it. Try it! Find a local video store or a Best Buy, even if you don't know what to watch. Find one that just looks interesting, or one that you've been meaning to rewatch for a while. Look at the cover, look at the details on the back. Drive home knowing that the case is in your passenger seat. Pop it in your DVD player and let the anticipation build as you hear the disc spin. I guarantee you that you will have a much more fulfilling, much more intentional time watching that movie than you will just plugging it on Netflix. And if you don't own a DVD player and don't feel like getting one, find someone who does. A family member, a friend. Go to their place with a DVD, a bag of snacks, or some pizza, and share that experience with someone. At the very least, I hope we start thinking about DVDs again. We need that sort of thing nowadays. Intentionality in our entertainment. Mindfulness in what we consume. And once we as a society get there, then we can talk about the big boy, VHS tapes. So what DVD are you gonna get or have gotten recently? Or what are some DVD players that you'd recommend someone get if they don't know where to start? If you liked the video, definitely like, comment, subscribe. We do movie chats here all the time. Thanks for watching. Go watch some movies and enjoy your coffee. I'll see you next time.